Good evening to A Minute or So with Sharon. Tonight we're going to talk about James Dolan, a young American computer security expert. James Dolan was born on the 20th of July 1981 and died tragically on the 26th of December 2017 at the age of 36. James, an American computer security expert who with Aaron Swartz and Kevin Poulsen co-developed SecureDrop, a widely used secure digital platform for sources to anonymously submit materials to journalists. James was raised in Chester, New York. He grew up with 4 sisters and attended Tuxedo Park School. James was recognized as gifted at a very young age. Later in life, he relocated to Brooklyn, where he made his home. From 1999 to 2006, James served with the Marines in 2 deployments during the Iraq War, where he worked as a data network specialist. In 2003, James served with the 3rd Marine Expeditionary Force during the initial Iraq War. In his second deployment, which was from September 2004 to March 2005, James served with the 4th Civil Affairs Group in Fallujah, which was one of the centers of the conflict at that time. James was actually in Fallujah during Operation Phantom Fury, part of the Second Battle of Fallujah. After his service in the Iraq War, James then went to work in computer security at a large IT company. It was in 2012, as a side project to his IT job, that James helped develop the open source SecureDrop, initially known as Deaddrop. In 2013, Poulsen and James moved it to the Freedom of the Press Foundation to ensure its continued development and adoption following the death of fellow developer Aaron Swartz. James was the lead maintainer for Deaddrop, and as the Freedom of the Press Foundation's first employee, performed outreach and assisted in installations for news organizations that included The New Yorker, ProPublica, The Washington Post, and Vice News, amongst others. James relocated to San Diego, California in 2015 to work as the head of security at Classy, an American software startup and online fundraising platform built for nonprofit groups, where he remained until his death. So it was in 2017 that ambulances and police cars drew to a halt in front of the Gowanus Inn and Yard, a fashionable, ultra-modern hotel that had recently opened on an edgy stretch of Union Street in Brooklyn and has now since closed down. However, first rescuers arrived 48 hours too late. According to the New York Police Department, James Dolan, a 36-year-old former Marine and computer security expert, hanged himself in his room 2 days earlier, on December the 26th. On December the 28th, curious groups gathered outside the Dinosaur Barbecue and a mechanic shop across the street from the new hotel, whose boxy grey industrial front gave it the appearance of a hostel or a hotel or a prison. Why then did a successful young man like James Dolan commit suicide? The answer may never be discovered. James was the second member of a tiny group of smart internet activists who created SecureDrop, the whistleblower submission system, to commit suicide by hanging in Brooklyn. We ask for your opinions or your ideas or anything that you may know about James Dolan that can contribute to the story. Thank you. Good evening.